Presented by Listen Headlines. Latest financial news from trusted sources. Updating daily noontime New York City.
The Library of Economics and Liberty.
April 10, 11:14 America, New York. No shortage of labor for Walmart. Walmart is providing another illustration that here is no shortage of labor if we take the word in its economic meaning of empty shelves, at free market prices, or wages, which is the price of labor.
Wall Street Journal U.S. Business.
April 10, 11:13 America, New York. Airlines have been staffing up, hoping for a smoother summer. The war in Ukraine, soaring jet fuel prices, new COVID-19 variants and a blistering labor market all loom large on the airline agenda for summer.
Wall Street Journal U.S. Business.
April 10, 10:12 America, New York. Pokémon stickers are back for Koreans nostalgic for childhood. Small pastries include a surprise sticker, and the goal is to find all 159 varieties. Just like a trend more than 20 years ago. Felt like winning the lottery.
Wall Street Journal Markets. April 10, 10 o'clock America, New York. Bank deposits could drop for first time since World War II. Analysts have been slashing expectations for bank deposits in recent weeks as expectations for interest rates have soared. Wall Street Journal Markets.
April 10, 9:33 America, New York. Uber doesn't want to be Expedia. The ride-hailing company isn't becoming the next Expedia. It just wants people to spend more time on its app, and maybe rack up a little more of your business as a result.
BBC News Business.
April 10, 9 o'clock America, New York. P&O Ferries. Larne-Cairnryan passenger service facing delay. The European Causeway vessel is suspended for tourist travel until Thursday, the 14th of April. P&O tweets.
BBC News. Business.
April 10, 9 o'clock America, New York. P&O Ferries. Larne-Cairnryan passenger service facing delay. The European Causeway vessel is suspended for tourist travel until Thursday, the 14th of April. P&O tweets.
Armstrong Economics. April 10, 8:20 America, New York. Pakistan, conspiracy or revolution? The drama playing out in Pakistan is interesting, to say the least. Pakistan's Prime Minister Imran Khan has been ousted from power after losing a no-confidence vote in his leadership.
Wall Street Journal U.S. Business.
April 10, 8 o'clock America, New York. Recession risk rising, economists say. Forecasters have raised the probability of economic contraction in the next 12 months to 28% as the Fed tightens to beat back inflation.
Daily FX Market News.
April 10, 8 o'clock America, New York. S&P P500 forecast. Rising U.S. consumer prices to drag on risk appetite. Fresh data prints coming out of the U.S. may drag on the S&P P500 index as the Consumer Price Index, CPI, is expected to increase for the seventh consecutive month. Wall Street Journal Markets.
April 10, 7:03 America, New York. Citigroup claws its way back into Saudi Arabia. After falling into disfavor with its post-9/11 exit, the third biggest U.S. bank again finds favor in the kingdom as one of the foreign lenders helping Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman modernize its oil-heavy economy.
Global economy.
April 10, 6 o'clock America, New York. Advisor to Lula's party urges overhaul of fiscal rules to raise spending in Brazil. Investors see spending cap as a safeguard against rampant debt in Latin America's biggest economy.
New York Times Business. April 10, 5 o'clock America, New York. Who is Mackenzie Scott? 3 decades after worrying about making rent, she is now giving away billions, all while trying to keep herself out of the spotlight. New York Times Business.
April 10, 5 o'clock America, New York. Few cars, lots of customers. Why autos are an inflation risk. Economists are betting that supply chains for all kinds of goods will heal, shortages will ease and price gains will slow. Cars are a wild card in those forecasts. Used cars at a wholesale lot in Carlton, Mich.
Global economy.
April 10, 4 o'clock America, New York. Did U.S. inflation hit another 4-decade high last month? Market questions as the FT's guide to the week ahead.
Marginal revolution.
April 10, 3:32 America, New York. Contemporary music listening. A few of you have asked me what I am listening to lately in terms of contemporary releases. I don't feel this list contains any unusual revelations, but here goes.
Marginal revolution.
April 10. 101 America, New York. When your bot is better than you. I expect most written communication will eventually be done by bots. I could train my bot by letting it read all my previous email and other writings. Eventually my bot would answer most of my email directly, though it could hold some aside to ask me whether they merited a personal response.
BBC News Business.
April 10. 037 America, New York. Real embargo on Russian energy could end Ukraine war. President Putin's former chief economic advisor told the BBC that Western countries could stop the war.
BBC News. Business.
April 10. 037 America, New York. Real embargo on Russian energy could end Ukraine war. President Putin's former chief economic advisor told the BBC that Western countries could stop the war.
Armstrong Economics.
April 10. 009 America, New York. Oliver Stone on Putin. The post Oliver Stone on Putin first appeared on Armstrong Economics.
Armstrong Economics.
April 10. 004 America, New York. How non-career politicians speak. Trump spoke candidly and off the cuff. He never wanted to be restricted by cue cards. As Nigel Farage said, people disliked Trump's New York style, but hey, you can't deny that the man had a sense of humor.
Daily FX Market News.
April 10. 000 America, New York. Crude oil fundamental forecast. USIEA release. Shanghai woes to weigh as inventories rise. Crude oil prices dropped for a second week amid Chinese COVID woes and increasing U.S. production and inventory levels. Along with headwinds from a coordinated IEA release, prices may drag.
BBC News Business.
April 9. 2030 America, New York. Rishi Sunak demands inquiry into Akshata Murty tax leak. Akshata Murty will pay UK taxes on all her overseas income after a row over her non-domicile status.
BBC News. Business.
April 9. 2030 America, New York. Rishi Sunak demands inquiry into Akshata Murty tax leak. Akshata Murty will pay UK taxes on all her overseas income after a row over her non-domicile status.
Daily FX Market News.
April 9. 2000 America, New York. Euro weekly forecast. Will the ECB disappoint the hawks next week? Next week's ECB monetary policy meeting will test President Christine Lagarde's ability to manage market expectations while at the same time proving that the central bank remains in control.